Performance First Ultralight Gear for myself, John Kelly. I'm here with Jeremiah Stringer, the king of Kentucky backpacking. And Jeremiah, I don't know if you're looking behind me right now, but things are looking a little different.
Upgrade time.
I've been telling people for a while I've been working on a set. I'm still working on it. This is still minimal. There's still a lot more that's got to get done. But I have enough done that I can at least get that up right now. So uh, kind of excited about getting this going. I'm kind of excited about getting the set done. And over here to the other side of me, I've got a whole nother set that's going in as well. Um, like I've said, it's not a joke. The YouTube channel is relaunching. It's for real. And I know a lot of people don't believe me, but I promise it's real. Also, Jeremiah, there's one other thing before we get going into the important stuff, which is backpacking related stuff. I'm wearing the Browns hat for a reason today.
Oh goodness, here we go.
The Browns playoffs are free agency, and the Browns Super Bowl is the NFL draft. And so we're getting into postseason for the Browns right now. So I gotta cheer on my team because we got no hope during the actual season to do a daggone thing. So
Yeah, the
right
Super
now,
Bowl.
I'm living it up in the excitement of the potential of getting players that are actually good.
Yeah, the Super Bowl was a month ago, but your postseason starts now.
Starts this next week. I think it's the 11th is the official date. It starts for me. Yeah, I
So
like this. The best draft the Browns ever had was with Kevin Costner as the GM. I can't we had a good one last year though. You know, I will say on real drafts, last year was a good one. We got the defensive rookie of the year. We filled like a bunch of offensive roles, a couple defensive players. I think we're coming around, Jeremiah. We're coming around. We might be on the bottom third of the league instead of the bottom like of the league.
the postseason has started.
The madness, the madness. The Cleveland Browns all-time motto is there's always next year. Either way, let's see. Metro on the Move says, "What up, guys?" Steve Wright says, "Good afternoon." Suga Canadensis, my favorite name in all of backpacking, says, "Yo, Stone Ape Adventures. Hey, Yins, got our Pittsburgh faithful. Go East Hiking. Is the chat working today? It is kind of, sort of, in a way. Steve Wright says, I can see you. Metro on the Move. When is the next backpacking trip, John? We were actually talking about this just literally
Mhm.
a few minutes ago, weren't we?
Yeah, just
Um,
literally a few minutes ago.
like right before we logged on, I've got about 2 trips planned in April, and I've got one hopefully in the next couple weeks. This is going to be an overnight chance for me to get out and just get in the woods for a little bit. I got a couple buddies here, and we're wanting to get out. So, also have a week-long trip coming up this next summer. The trips are coming, which is exciting because it's been a minute for me. So I'm pretty stoked about it. Jeremiah, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you got in the mail?
Yeah, maybe I can break this out this weekend if I'm able to get out. We'll see. Finally, you
The
might have
thing right
heard the
there?
debacle.
This thing right here?
Yes. The Carbon Evo 50. If you're watching on YouTube or on Spotify, got the video version going, you can see I'm holding up my new backpack. Right now, it's totally empty. I haven't started packing for my trip because I kind of decided yesterday that I'm going. So uh, I'll report back next week with some of my favorite things about the backpack if I'm able to take it out. My problem is, John, this is a 50-liter backpack, and
Mm.
it's by Outdoor Vitals. You can buy it right now on their website. We'll link it below in the description. And they sent it to me, but I pulled into the driveway today and got off the phone with the post office because I don't know why our USPS they sent yours directly to you, no stops. And mine went to Indianapolis, and then it went to Chicago, and then it went to Dallas, Texas, and then it went to Knoxville.
Wait, hold up, hold up. So, okay, so mine went to Chicago too, but then mine went from Chicago like basically straight here. So yours went from Chicago to Dallas,
Dallas, yeah, Dallas Fort Worth to be specific.
and then from Dallas to Nashville.
Well, the day you received yours, I called the post office here, my local post office, and they're always nice and they always take care of me. And they did this time as well. She's like, I'll holler back at you Tuesday. Now she called me on Wednesday. I'll let it slide. But yeah, she said, I don't know. She had no explanation and she can't get a response from why this keeps happening. But She's like, "It's a very common issue 2 years ago. I thought we had it solved, but here we are again." So, mine took a victory lap, but it is here, and,
So what you're
luckily
saying is yours has already done miles and you haven't even hiked with it yet.
yeah, yeah, I was surprised that the box wasn't all beat up, but Outdoor Vitals, they do such a good job packing their stuff that it survived the gauntlet around the country, and they sent me this too. I know you'll love the color. I got the curry color of the
Oh,
Zulu jacket,
yeah.
the lightest jacket that you're gonna buy from outdoorvitals.com. It's their, I guess, their ultralight puffy sorta, and, dude, if I remember right, it's less than 7 ounces, less than 9. No, I better look officially.
I think it's like 9 or 10 ounces, but I could be wrong on that. But can I tell you this?
Yeah, go ahead.
It is one of the most comfortable jackets.
I threw it on and had to take it off, man, because I was getting too warm in here.
It is comfortable though. It's really nice. It's probably I'm gonna say like a 40, 50-degree jacket. You're not
Yeah,
gonna wear
yeah.
that when it gets down below freezing. You're gonna want to get something heavier, but for your shoulder season, that's a
Per
really good jacket. You know,
Yeah,
like
perfect.
when it gets into the 40s, that's perfect.
Yeah, perfect for the shoulder season, and, also, it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. Because I remember I got the Ghost Whisperer, and I was like, "Bro, this thing is like $375, $400." I was like, "If I didn't buy it on sale, I wouldn't be able to afford it," but I got the official here. It is, just 11 ounces with 900 fill power, dude. So, ultralight warmth, zero stitch fabric technology, smart minimalistic storage, and design for comfort. And I'll tell you, one of my favorite things so far is they sew in the pockets, right? So it's got pockets kind of around where your hips are. But on the inside, if you open it up, they haven't sewn that pocket against the jacket, so you got kind of like a little secret compartment, if you
Nice.
will. And,
Nice.
yeah, you can sneak your snacks in there so that nobody else is eating the dessert, and it gets a little like my chocolate, instead of
Uh-huh.
being brittle and breaking my teeth, you get it like the nice amount of melty in the pocket, and then boom, you don't share it with anybody.
Nice.
That's my
See,
strategy,
so selfish chocolate eating is basically what you're talking about.
just between us.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Go East Hiking said that your jacket was doing the rounds so all the poster workers can look at it. I mean, it is a new jacket, you
It
know?
could be true.
Everybody wants to see it.
I think that this is the media version of it. Did I get that wrong? Or we got the official?
What do you mean? We got the official? Like, we got the official jacket.
All right, I'm just making sure. They send us emails. We get sneak peeks. There's already stuff that's in the works that you all don't even know exist that we have been talking back and forth with
Oh,
Outdoor Vitals
yeah.
with, and multiple products. And sometimes you get like their what do you call it before like the official release?
Preview releases.
Yeah, preview releases. So I couldn't remember if that was a preview release or not. But I won't bore y'all anymore with my new gear because I'm excited to put it on. I could talk about it all day because I'm a gearhead, but we got some mysterious stuff to talk about. I'll let John kind of lead into it.
That's right, folks. Today we are going to get into some mysteries of the backcountry. Some things that have been going on recently that need to be explored, talked about, and figured out. Is the government out to get us? Are there men out there willing to leave their girlfriends in the woods to die? These are the questions we're asking today, Jeremiah. So let's get into these and let's figure out these mysteries of the backcountry. Can we do that today?
I would love to do that, man. I love the
So
music, by the way.
thank you. I wanted to find something really, that hit the spot there. So I want to talk about this first story. This is from the BBC. It's a story from Bethany Bell. She's a Vienna correspondent. Says Austrian climber found guilty after girlfriend froze to death on mountain. Says an Austrian climber has been found guilty of gross negligent manslaughter after his girlfriend froze to death on Austria's highest mountain last year.
Mm.
The mountain is called Grossglockner Mountain, and this happened in January of last year. The man, only known as Thomas P, because of Austrian privacy laws, has been given a 5-month suspended sentence and fined 9,600 euro.
Yeah, dude. I was reading this story as well, and I thought to myself after looking at it, no way is Austria arresting and convicting this guy in their judicial system for basically killing his girlfriend. I was like, what the? I don't know about what is manslaughter considered. That's not killing somebody. That's like unintended accidental death.
Yes, because it's not technically murder.
Yeah. Well, let's see how Google defines it. Manslaughter is unlawful killing of a human being without malice or premeditation, typically classified as voluntary, meaning heat of passion slash sudden quarrel, or involuntary, which means reckless or negligent conduct.
This
Yeah.
would definitely be negligent conduct.
Well, just
Um,
just to paint a picture for everybody, the basics are um, man and woman go climbing together. Things go wrong, and he goes to find help. She dies out there. They find her dead, and they put him in jail for her death. And I said to myself, there is no way because he's going to find help. And he says, and who knows if this is true, that she sent him to find the help. Didn't I read that, or am I wrong?
what can can I tell you something? Can I spice up the story a little bit here?
Yes, yes.
Let me read this to you. The court also heard from Andrea B., a former girlfriend of Thomas P., who described how he had left her alone on a previous tour of Grossglockner in 2023. She said she had been at the end of her tether, feeling dizzy, and her headlight had gone out. She said she was crying and screaming when he suddenly disappeared, walking ahead and leaving her behind.
Dun dun dun.
What?
It's
Plot
all
thickens.
secure in Sector 7.
What?
So
So
a
she's
pattern.
struggling and he just leaves her.
I would love to hear more from her testimony. I don't know about all these privacy laws in Austria.
Yeah. Well, it says the judge also questioned Thomas P's account of how he had left Kirsten on the mountainside. Hoffer suggested instead that based on her position in the photos taken by the rescue team, she may have had a fall.
Oh, I didn't read about a fall.
The court heard how the mountain rescue team found her body hanging upside down from a rock face, according to Austrian reports. We were amazed that she remained in that position. One of the rescuers told the court, if the wind had been any stronger, she would have fallen over the south face.
So, do they think that she fell while he was going for help or fell before and then he left her there to go get the help? Don't know, do we? There's
I mean, having the testimony of his ex-girlfriend,
yeah, and
um,
what does he
that
have to
that
gain?
that sounds like when things go hard, he just leaves them.
So, yeah, but what does he have to gain besides termination of the relationship? Because you really want to look at the motivations
I don't know. Maybe he's just one of these guys that doesn't want to put up with people who are holding him back.
in the climbing world.
Or maybe he just has if he's dating a girl and doesn't like her, he takes her up on Grossglockner and hopes she dies.
Yeah, apparently so.
I mean, that's kind of what it looks like, if I'm just being honest.
Well,
This
you
doesn't
do
look good. This doesn't look good.
you have a pattern of behavior. Oh, I got a last name here for you. Don't know how to pronounce it.
Can I just say I cannot wait for the Somerset pronunciation of this word?
It says climber. The man at the center of this case is Thomas Plamberger. I'm guessing that's what it is. It's Plam, Plam, and then Burger, but spelled
Right,
Berger.
right.
Plamberger.
We got some comments. Metro on the Move's like, yikes, walk away, hiker man. Chicken Little Trek says, need a disclaimer, dot, 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 dot. And Steve Wright says, most people just break up with a text.
Yeah, or
He's
ghost
right.
them.
He's right. Most people just break up with a text or a phone call. Like, actual men would break up with a phone call, but yeah. Yeah, there's
Well,
that.
it says that prosecutors they found that she is exhausted and hypothermic and about 50 meters from the summit. So they were really, really close to hitting the peak of this mountain and then left overnight to go for help.
That's just crazy, man.
Now, $9,600 fine. How do they come up with that?
Well, that's
And
9,600 euros. That's a little bit more than 9,600 bucks. It's probably what, $12,000?
yeah, something like that. Maybe not hardly 12. We could type it in Google and see.
I'll do it right now while we're sitting here.
And what does a 5-month suspended prison term mean? Does that mean that he already that's like time served? They had him locked up in jail while like the trial, like he had pretrial and all that, and then once it was done, he had already served the 5 months? Because you said it was last year that it happened, but only recently, like January, I think, is whenever they had a determination.
Now, I could be wrong this, but isn't a suspended sentence when the sentence isn't starting until a later date?
I don't know. I'm full honesty here. I've never had a court case before. I'm fortunate enough that I haven't had to sue anybody. Nobody sued me, and I haven't really gotten into trouble and haven't had to do family court or anything like that. So I've been very blessed to not have to, I guess, get representation and learn all about this. Suspended
Yeah.
sentence, it says, is a suspended sentence is a court ordered conviction where the judge imposes a jail sentence or fine but delays or waives its execution. Yeah, you're right. Allowing the defendant to avoid incarceration if they comply with specific conditions. Could be probation, parole, no further offenses, etc. And if they're violated, then they impose the original sentence. Gives you a chance to rehab, reduce prison overcrowding. First time violent offenders, you can cut them a break. Well,
Yeah. It's so weird. Steve Wright goes, "No jail time." Metro on the Move's like, the question is, what would the girl get if she walked away and left the dude?
yeah, that's true. Are we dealing with a double standard here?
I don't know. And,
Hard to
and
say.
David Cooper also wanted you to know that nobody sued you yet.
That's true. I'm still a young man.
You're really early in life still. You're still in your early 30s. I mean, you got plenty of time to get sued.
Well, let me tell you the closest I've been to suing somebody.
The dog?
Yep. The dog. We talked about it on here, and it just sometimes it's just not worth it. You know, you're like, I had to eat that $500. It's not worth taking off work and hiring a lawyer and all that stuff. Even like small claims court, I would still need somebody to give me counsel before I would even know like what the actions are to take. So, but
Okay,
yeah,
so get this. I'm gonna read this to you. There it says Thomas, what'd you call him? Plamberger?
Plomberger. It's my best Austrian accent.
Thomas P. He pleaded not guilty. He told the court he was deeply sorry. He said he had loved his girlfriend, who was very sporty, and that they had planned the trip together. His lawyer, Kurt Jelinek, said the couple had found themselves in a really difficult and stressful situation. He said Kirsten G was not inexperienced and knew what she was getting into. Her parents told the court she'd been really active in mountaineering since 2020, and her mother said she would not have gone along blindly. Forensic pathologist Claudia Voss, and I'm sure that's how you pronounce it. It's a W, but it's Austria, so I'm pretty sure it's a V sound. But
Hmm.
Claudia Voss confirmed to the court that she had died of hypothermia, adding that she had found evidence of viral pneumonia in the painkiller ibuprofen in Kirsten G's body. She was unable to assess whether her physical capacity had been impaired by the illness and if it had made a sudden decline in her condition more likely.
Well, it couldn't have helped. Pneumonia is not going to help on top of the summit of a mountain after mountaineering all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
common sense, I tell you that.
there's something about that doesn't seem smart, does it?
No, you got fluid on your lungs, and so pneumonia that wouldn't have just appeared while they were out there, right? That
Right.
that would have to be already in their system, and that's setting up. I don't know. I think the prosecutors have a point when they say that since he was more experienced and he planned the trip, then he's somewhat responsible for her behavior. I mean, her safety. But I don't know. So what's the catch? A 5-month suspended term? So when does that start? Is there like some kind of don't leave your girlfriend to die again? Is that the clause? Or otherwise we're gonna make you
Oh, it gets better.
oh, there's more?
It get dun dun dun. Yeah, it gets better. Um, sure. Okay, it says webcam images show lights from their torches, their headlamps,
Mhm.
as they scaled the mountain. But shortly afterwards, the defense said that the situation changed dramatically when Kirsten G became exhausted close to the summit. The defense said that she told Thomas P to go and get help. At 35, I guess it was 12:35 a.m. on January 19th, he called the mountain police. The content of the conversation is disputed. Rescuers said it wasn't an emergency call, but the lawyer says he denies telling the police that everything was fine. So the people who received the call said there was no emergency call.
Well, don't they have a recording of the call?
Well, I'm
Which
not seeing anything. Oh, it's not in America, so
yeah, but surely, I mean, Austria, that's a developed country. You would
it's a
think that they
developed
would.
country, but I don't see anything on here about that. So,
I don't know.
um,
I feel like you can pretty much subpoena any 911 call in the US. They're all recorded and logged.
so okay, so he called it at
Midnight.
12:35 a.m., right?
Yeah, yeah, after
It
midnight.
says he scaled the summit and descended on the other side, leaving Kirsten G behind. Prosecutors say he left her at 2 a.m.
He left her at 2 a.m. Well, how's that timeline work?
All sounds kind of fishy, doesn't it?
It's getting fishier and fishier. The peak
Webcam images show his torch-lit figure coming down from the summit.
is
Um,
over 12,000 feet, by the way.
yeah, 12,000 feet.
So that's, I mean, even the oxygen is scarce up there climbing the mountain.
Yeah, at 12,000 is when a lot of people start feeling the results of altitude sickness.
Yeah, I got it in Colorado. We were above 12,000 feet for several days. And one day I was just spent, totally
Yeah.
cashed out.
So this is all shady looking, man.
Yeah, I still would like to know about the suspended sentence, if that's like a probationary thing for like 2 years or something. And then if something happens during that time, but surely he wouldn't be dumb enough to do it again.
Yeah, no kidding. So it says the judge can put back the time if the dude breaks up with his girlfriend again on a mountain climb.
It does not say that. It does not say
That's
that.
from Steve Wright.
Okay, I didn't see his comment.
And then
Uh,
what was the other one? Was great. It says this could be a proposal gone wrong. I'll teach you for leaving me hanging.
yeah, yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh man. What was David Cooper? It's hard to hear someone talking about common sense while wearing a Browns hat. Boom, shots fired.
Oh, John, what
Come
do you have
on
to
now,
say?
man. Come on now. No, I'm just faithful. I'm not like this dude in the story. I'm actually faithful.
Yeah, how long you been married?
I've been married now for it'll be 12 years this year. But
Yeah.
I've been a Browns fan.
Oh
I've been a
goodness.
Browns fan for 41 years.
Boy, he's loyal. He's loyal, ain't he, folks?
41 years being a Browns fan. I have not left them at the altar. I would not leave them on a mountain summit to die. Even though
Um,
honestly the Browns probably deserve it. I wouldn't do it.
I was watching my cats last night, and
Faithful, faithful Jeremiah. Faithful.
they got run off the court, and I got mad for a minute, and then I was like, "Well, Browns, yeah. At least I haven't watched them. Yeah, have they made a playoff in the last 20 years?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. They got the
It
guy
wasn't
that
that long
paints his
ago. It
fingernails.
wasn't that long ago. We were
No,
in the
that's the
playoffs like
Bears,
2 out of
ain't it?
3 years. Oh, yeah, the
Who?
Bears hadn't been in a while.
No,
The
who's
Jets are
the?
worse. Jets
It's
are worse.
is it Caleb Williams?
Yeah. Oh, he's good.
Yeah, he's good. I think he's the
He's good.
only player in the league that paints his nails. But we get a lot
Paints
of
his
young
nails.
people. He paints
Alright.
his nails. Yeah, get a lot of young people modeling that. Very
Yeah, well,
common now.
yeah, I'm glad they like that. David Cooper says it can always be worse. He could be a Jets fan.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have waivers this year for the meetup apparently.
Why is that?
Chicken Little Treks put that, so there will be waivers at the next YouTube meetup, so people don't get left on top of mountains.
Okay, I see. I see.
And Metro's asking if the tickets are cheap. So I think he's talking about the Jets though, because if you're talking about the Jets, the tickets are pretty cheap,
Yeah, probably near free.
probably near free. Well, that's our first story of the day, Jeremiah. But now we're gonna get everybody worked up.
Okay, let's replay the music.
All right, are you ready? Do you
Cue
want
it.
me to just go ahead and talk about this? Like, go ahead and read the title of the
Yeah,
article.
why not? Set the ambiance.
Okay, okay. Let me reset this whole thing so we can make this look good. From the website Our Public Lands and Waters, DHS plans to build a border wall through Big Bend National Park, eliminating visitor access to the Rio Grande. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem waived 28 environmental and conservation laws to fast track this project.
What's her name?
Kristi Noem.
Burning into your brain.
Oh man, this is not good, dude.
You're talking about ruffling some feathers in the outdoor community.
Woo! Here's the thing. Big Bend, where Big Bend is down in Texas, to get across the Rio Grande and get into Big Bend is almost impossible.
Yeah, if you look, you have like cliff walls. This is
Yeah.
remote. If in case anybody missed that during the suspenseful music and John talking there, basically what we're saying is that uh, the federal government is wanting to build a border wall across the entirety of the US Mexico border, like no if, ands, buts about it. No, nothing, not skipping any section. So that would put it directly through Big Bend,
Well,
which
not even
is,
that, but it's literally cutting off any view of the Rio Grande River.
yeah, talk about this grinds my gears a little bit. You talk about like wind turbines being an eye pollutant, and then you're going to build a wall through a national park that is nearly impenetrable. Like, how many people? Let's just use common sense again. I get it. There's a lot of people trying to pass from Mexico to Texas through El Paso. All right, that's different in the middle of this Big being national. Like this
Uh,
park, I'm a little bit at a loss for words, but I have been watching other people's responses, and they have not been well received.
yeah, it's not good. It's just not, I mean, here's the thing. 1.7%, 1.7% of all recent apprehensions of people at the border are in that area. And that is a
1.7%.
massive area. And only 1.7% of all apprehensions of illegals crossing the border, or however you want to word it, people coming over illegally into the country, is happening there at Big Bend.
Well, can I give you the art? Let's play devil's advocate here,
Oh,
and
you're gonna
I'd
be the
love.
devil?
I'm going to be the devil on this one. Okay.
Wow, you're gonna be the devil. Usually I have to do that.
I'm gonna be the devil. So, folks, will I don't think our community of backpackers are gonna be on my side on this one.
I don't think
Okay.
they are, dude. I don't know if I
So
am either.
if you're clipping this, make sure you get this part in. I'm playing devil's advocate here. The argument
I
for
can't wait to make a short out of this and not put the devil's advocate thing in there.
hey, I need a disclaimer in there, John. Okay, the argument for, I would say, is four faceted. Okay, simply put, you if you're looking at the argument for, you want sovereignty over your country, which means you have to control the border. Otherwise, you don't have control who goes in, who goes out. That means you wouldn't have the sovereignty. Okay. Secondly, if you're looking at who's utilizing that area, if it's migrants, you want it to be safe. So, like, there's, not to get too political here. We don't really get that political on the show, but it's almost unavoidable with what we're talking about right now with building wall through a national park. It's almost unavoidable without it getting a little bit wish-washy on the politics. So there's no denying that there was an increase in immigrants, whether you're for or against that, in the last several years. A lot of those people coming across the border literally just died because you had cartels stuffing them in vehicles and like literally crammed in there, kids, old people, women dying in there. Whether it was from malnutrition or accident with the vehicle, or they're just crammed in there and they're sweating to death and literally just dying. You want it to be safe for people to migrate. So even if they're doing it illegally, that would be a tough area to push people through.
Well,
So you want to deter it.
here's another thing. I'm gonna throw this out there, Mr. Devil.
Yes.
Um 734 since fiscal year 2026.
Hmm.
So that's October through January of this last year. Okay. 734 Southwest land border encounters came through the entire Big Bend sector.
Yeah, that's not
Okay.
many.
And according to according to data, Big Bend National Park has 118 miles of the 517 in that sector. In the same period along the entire southern border,
Mhm.
there were 42,378.
Oh my gosh, is that the 1.2%? Getting to the
Yes,
myth. So
1.7, 1.7%.
1.7,
So
okay, excuse me.
so as you can see, that's not a lot. I mean, you're talking what, 10 a month or like 60 or 70 a month?
Yeah, it's minuscule. Now, let me finish my 2 points here. So, drug smuggling, that is a great remote place to not get caught drug smuggling. So, it would be, I think, in your favorite. Well, I guess it depends on your viewpoint. If you're trying to smuggle the drugs across and you're trying to just blend it in, then you'd want to do it at one of those popular border spots. The problem is if you're wanting to smuggle the drugs through, you don't want to get caught, and that's going to be the heavily policed areas. So if you go through the wilderness, well, there's limited law enforcement present, so you can avoid them. And then my last one is basically just efficiency when it comes to migration. You want it to be predictable. So if you build a wall everywhere and you only have predictable access points, you're going to drive traffic that way. So that would be the argument for would be build the whole fence. It don't matter if it goes through Big Bend or not. You want to check mark those 4 boxes of safe migration, border patrol efficiency, smuggling routes, and sovereignty over your country with border control. I'm not saying they're good points. I'm
I
just
like this
saying
comment that Texas Senator Cesar Blanco said. For years, I've said that this is him saying this. For years, I've said that a physical wall is a 20th century solution to a 21st century challenge. Because the money it costs to build the wall,
uh
the uh, damage it's doing to that area where they have to bring everything in to build the wall,
build roads to get
build
to
roads
places
to
to
get to the places to build the walls.
yeah.
When somebody said, who said it on here? David Cooper said, couldn't you just patrol it with drones and it'd be a lot cheaper?
That's exactly what I was about to say. I watched a video by Danny Duncan last night, and you know who Danny Duncan is? YouTuber.
Not a clue.
Okay, he's kind of like Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O and all those guys. He
Okay.
does the same stuff, but he's got like I don't know 5 to 10 million um, followers on YouTube and other platforms. So he does that content, but in modern day, basically. And in his video last night, I was watching, they instead of shooting clay pigeons, they had like 100 drones, 100 cheap drones that he had bought, and they were shooting those as clay pigeons. That if
Really?
if you yeah, I'm with the drone situation. You have law enforcement now all have drone. Well, not all of them, but I watch these cop videos, and oftentimes they're like, we need a drone up because they're like looking through the woods for somebody or around
Right.
houses or something. There has to be better solutions than just physical barrier. But it has worked for thousands and thousands of years, John. Great Wall of China,
Gre- The Great Wall of
empires
China goes like through, like,
out to the
what?
sea, out to the sea, John. You can't get around it.
Oh
These are
my
all fake facts.
gosh.
It's actually a tourist
I was gonna
destination.
say it's
You can
not even,
walk.
it doesn't do anything.
Well, it did something when it was built, but I think it did take several hundred years to build that. So maybe even
Yeah.
thousands. I don't know. I'm
Uh,
not a
it, it definitely took a while.
yeah.
Um,
And
my big
this
thing,
is
my big thing is just the damage they have to do to the area to even make this happen.
It is destructive. There's no doubt about it. There's no way around. If you're going to log an area, you got to build the road to get in there to log the trees out. So not only do you take the trees, you build roads to get to the trees. And it's the same thing with this. To haul in the equipment to build. How tall is the wall? 20 feet, 15 feet,
Oh goodness.
30 feet.
I have no idea.
It's got to be fairly tall. So that's a lot of equipment that you're bringing in to even set the wall up. You know what I mean? Like bulldozers and backhoes and maybe a crane. I have no idea what they would need.
It is 20 to 26 feet high on average.
And Go East Hiking says the Great Wall wasn't as effective as you think. I'd say you're right. And this is the perfect example, folks. All of you all that comment saying that we should have on experts to talk about this stuff because we have no idea what we're talking about. Absolutely true for me. I have no idea. This is entertainment. And hopefully you all can help fill me in as audience members because I need all the help I can get. I don't know anything about China's history.
Well, and the other thing you could throw in there if you want to, and that's up to you if you want to do this. Um, but somebody made the comment, and I really am glad they made the comment. Let me pull this back up real quick. Um, they said, uh, and it stops animal migrations.
Yeah, and David Cooper.
So anytime you do something like this, you're messing with the environment, and you're messing with the animals and the animal life in that area. So I just think the wall is historically a bad idea. Like, historically bad idea. I can't find a good thing about it. Not one.
Well, maybe in Big Bend.
Even
I
with
don't
even
know.
with your devil even with your devilness.
Well,
I can't find it.
can we meet in the middle here and
No.
say not about Big Bend. I think I'm on your side. You maybe make some exclusions for some of the national parks in these remote areas because, like you said, logistically, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And environmentally, it doesn't make sense. But can we meet in the middle and say maybe in some areas, a big wall could be a great idea? Maybe not in the national park, but maybe to control and funnel, it could be a good idea in other places. I'm not saying it's the best solution or it's cost effective or you should pay your taxes in order to fund it, but I am saying that it could be an effective tool in a larger puzzle.
I mean, I think there's places for walls. I don't think Big Bend is one of those places.
I totally agree.
That's my opinion. I think sure there are places where the wall is probably an effective thing to have, and it's always good to protect our borders. I think that's smart. Um, but dang man, not Big Bend.
Yeah, it hits home whenever it's invading on like I don't live in a border town, so I don't see it firsthand. You only see like videos online. We heard Rue McHenrick talking about walking along the border and getting stopped by border patrol and like investigated. That would be kind of crazy though. They're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like,
Well,
"Well,
and
I'm walking." And you're like,
the local
thousands of miles.
businesses local businesses don't want the wall.
They want the foot traffic
Like
through there.
the people don't want that built. There's I have yet to find anybody really agree. I mean, there are Brewster County judge there in Brewster County. Um, he's a Republican. So I mean, he technically should be towing the company line, I guess, for it. But he says the county judge sees no reason to go with a border wall in Brewster County. Um,
Yeah.
the Republican judge says it's a band-aid to make people feel better who don't live here. So
Yeah.
it's and here's another one. Terrell County Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland, he's another Republican. He says, "We've got a God-made barrier. I'm a strong supporter of a wall where it's needed, but in some of these places there are things the government could do that would save money. It's something I never thought we would see." But these
Yeah.
are locals. These are locals, you know?
Yeah. I
So
love
this is not I
hearing.
don't think this is a party line thing. I think this is a why are we uglying up one of the most beautiful areas in the United States that doesn't need it?
Ben McMillan says, hard to believe the government can make a bad decision. He's a being
Does that happen? Does that happen?
never. He wouldn't have come on here and talked about the tariffs. He's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
he got
That's
fired
still a
up.
great episode. If you guys wanna listen to that, I think Ben was a little bit of a soothsayer back then. Like, he called a few things in advance, and if you go back and listen to that podcast, there was some stuff he said that has rung true.
Yeah, I hate that. See, I'm not a big political guy, so I hate that it's like it's literally in your backyard at this point. So you have to address even being politically adjacent to it stinks that we are talking about it on the show, but it's sometimes you got to jump through that hoop. There's like no way around it.
Yep. Well, and apparently that whole area, they don't have oil. They don't have, some big city where they make money. Tourism is how they make money. People are
Oh,
gonna lose jobs. People are gonna go
yeah.
broke. You know, they're gonna kill the communities in that area when they put that wall up. So, it's a bad idea all around, and I'm just hoping and praying that it doesn't happen. So,
Yeah, I don't know what all the fallout would be. I think I'd have to live through it to see, but I don't know. To me, I don't even know if it's a done deal. It seems like the government passes these spending bills, and then sometimes the money runs out before the project's completed. And you're like, you all approved how many hundreds of millions of dollars to do this, and it wasn't enough to do 20% of it. What are you spending my money on here?
well, and there are some websites that are supporting, that are out there like No Big Bend Border Wall, Keep Big Bend Wild, and the National Parks Conservation Association. You can go to those and you can get on there. There's also a growing petition that's out right now that you can sign up for. I will leave a link to this article in the description of the video so that you guys can go in there and click on that stuff and do what you can to help out with that because I feel like this is a really bad idea.
Well, it's
Really, really bad
nice.
idea.
It was nice hearing the firsthand accounts that you're reading there and really getting like boots on the ground perspective.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We do have one more story.
Yes, we do.
One more story. Let's kick the music back up. Are you ready?
Yeah, roll it.
Okay. And what will probably be the most controversial thing we will talk about today on this podcast. Jeremiah, I want to ask you the question. Is it dirty to reuse your clean towel over and over again after you take a shower?
Haven't you heard your whole life? If you're taking a shower and doing it right, you're clean whenever you towel off. So what's the point in washing the towel? Have you not heard that like a lot of your life?
I'm just asking the question, Jeremiah. Tell me, give me some wisdom here, Mr. Math teacher.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I heard a doctor talking about this on Twitter, so it must be true. Don't even know if he's a doctor, but he was in a video wearing a white coat, so I would assume he was a doctor. And I would play the video for you, but last time we played one of these Twitter videos, they demonetized it. I was like, "What the heck? You're demonetizing because we even like gave credit to the person on Twitter and then played the video, and then YouTube's like, no, can't do that." So anyway, I would play the video for you, but you're gonna have to go look it up yourself so we don't get demonetized here. Um, he says that if you're using the towel, you showered and you have all of these loose skin cells that you pretty much exfoliated off. Like I use a loofah. So you put your body wash on there, you know, emulsify it all up, and then you're knocking all this loose skin off of you, hair particles, dandruff, whatever. And then you rinse off and you feel clean. But in reality, all those skin cells, they are really getting wiped off by your towel. So whenever you reuse it, the next time you shower, you basically have a towel contaminated with basically decaying and dead skin cells. That's why it's no longer on your body. And that is a breeding ground. That wet towel that's drying in your bathroom, hanging there on your shower curtain or whatever, it is a breeding ground for bacteria and sickness. And then whenever you use it
Mm,
again, if you had an open wound or something, you're literally rubbing the dirt from your old shower and the bacteria that's growing on there in that warm, um, wet towel space. You know,
mm,
bathroom's all steamy and hot after you get out of there. You're rubbing that back into your body, and that is dirty. So I wanted to get your
yeah.
opinion as well. What do you think after hearing this real or fake doctor?
I don't care.
Oh, you're
I'm gonna use my towel more than one day. I'm sorry. I don't care what he says. I've never gotten sick from using a towel. So, Chicken Little Trek says 3 to 5 days of light use of a towel. Yeah. You know what? I use a towel for about a week. Then I get a new one for the next week.
Do you do that at home?
Yes,
Oh, I am so surprised.
I do that at home.
When did it change?
What do you mean? When did it change?
When did you go from washing the towel every time that you used it to reusing the same towel?
I've always been like that because I'm cheap,
You always do, even as a kid.
dude. Always did that. Here's the thing: it costs money to wash a towel.
Yeah, and it wears the towel out too.
It wears the towel out. You have to buy new towels more often. You got to use more water, which isn't good for the environment, people. If we're gonna get green here, we're gonna get green. You know,
AI's using all
but
the water.
I don't. I have no desire to. I'm cheap. Like I'm just gonna be honest with you. This wall behind me, I found the cheapest wood I get my hands on. This stuff doesn't even. It's not even the stuff that clicks together. They're just planks, and I just put them up there. I don't.
It
I am
looks good.
cheap. I am 100% cheap, and I'll admit that 1000%. Um. So yeah, I'm not gonna use a towel once, and you know what? Those skin cells coming off of me are clean.
Oh, they're clean.
They're clean skin cells. I'm over it. I'm not.
Oh,
I don't care what that guy says. He's wrong.
okay, well, we might be
But I will say
dimension
there are other people on here that disagree with me. So Andy Ackerman said, "You had me at loose skin," and then said, "I don't reuse towels. I also don't speak ill of someone who does." Well, that's awful nice of him, you know?
Yeah.
So do you net Jeremiah, do you never wear the same pair of socks?
Well, there are exceptions to everything, John.
That's fair. That's
Um,
fair.
I w if I'm at home, no, I will never wear the same pair of socks. Like, socks,
Well,
that
you'll
is
wash them. You're not throwing 'em away and buying new socks.
no, I don't throw them away
As
and buy
much
new.
money as math teachers make,
Yeah.
they can't afford that.
We make so much money, we have an endless sock glitch. We just always it's
We
my
don't we
Amazon
don't use the
subscription.
same pair of underwear twice. We don't use the same pair of socks twice. That stuff gets thrown out. We buy new ones every week.
You know, I do like my dog's medication, I do Amazon subscribe and save. I signed up for the baby's diapers, so you save like 15% on diapers. Like there's things and socks is not on that list. It is not on my subscribe and save monthly list.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
rewash them, but
More comments.
socks, I'll
We got
rewear underwear before socks.
Ooh, I won't do that. I'm
You won't.
different on that.
Oh, okay, okay,
I'll reuse
okay.
socks for reuse underwear.
No, you can't. You don't flip your socks inside out, but you can flip your underwear.
I'm just saying, I don't do it.
Back me up in the comments here, folks.
But
Which
listen,
would
listen,
you
listen,
reuse first,
listen,
socks or
listen.
underwear?
Other people are making comments here. I got to read these because these are good.
Okay, I'd love to hear.
Loafer X says, "I'll risk it. I'm not buying and washing 6 more towels."
Fair.
David Cooper says to Jeff Peters, "There's oh, that has nothing to do with this." Go East Hiking says, "1 towel, 1 shower." Steve Wright says, "Family of 4 times 7 days equals 28 towels a week."
Yep.
DMS Adventures says, "Not cheap, frugal." That's my man right there. David Cooper says, "I will use a towel for a month between washing it."
Okay, that's extreme, David. Come on.
I respect it. DMS Adventures also says, "I use the same towel until my wife takes it off the rack to wash it. I just assume it happens at some point." If people are saying socks, they'll wear socks first. Steve Wright says, "You got over 1 billion bacteria per square inch on your skin." Keith Outdoor says, "Reuse wool socks all the time." And Andy Ackerman says, "Foot bacteria and underwear bacteria are the same. Foot fungus and jock itch are the same."
Oh, I'll have to fact check that. I don't know, Andy.
Ooh, if that's
I
true,
We're both
we're
we're
both
both up the creek.
we're both gross.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
honest with you, I don't rewear socks unless I'm backpacking.
Yeah, I try not to even backpacking, but I will if I walk in a mile or 2 on Friday night, then those are gonna be my socks for Saturday. And, backpacking, like doing a through hike, that's a whole different game. I will
Oh, yeah, yeah,
reuse
yeah, yeah.
everything over I will come out of there smelling the opposite of roses. It will be you won't even wanna be around me. So,
And
there
that's
are
that that's me
exceptions.
after a weekend backpacking trip, so it doesn't matter, like,
Now
which
I
is
do
part of the reason I don't rewear underwear.
we've
Just throwing
talked
that
many
out there.
times about how I like to be clean entering the woods. I
Yes.
will take it to the extreme. And when I'm at the house and just on my normal routine, I got a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I use a different towel every day. And John, my number one holdback is not the like the skin, the bacteria, all that stuff. That's not what I'm worried about. I use the beard oil, right? If you don't watch the show and you just listen, John and I both have magnificent beards, if I do say
I
so
don't have a
myself.
magnificent beard.
Look at that beard. Show him the
Like,
beard,
my
John.
beard does not grow here, and so if I let my beard grow out, I look like one of the pioneers that signed the, Declaration of Independence.
I
So, it's not good when I grow my beard out real long, so just throwing that out there. Jeremiah, on the other hand, that is the picture of perfection when beards grow out. That is how it's supposed to look.
I strive to one day have a beard as great as John's. Don't let him undersell himself.
Dude, if there was ever a human being that naturally looks Amish when he grows out his beard, it's me.
Well, I was going to say that about me, so I don't know if I can
Jonathan
endorse that.
Woodall says he has an Amish beard too. So,
Shout out the Amish, man.
yeah.
I had a student today telling me she works at the Amish store, and I said, What is your job at the Amish store? Do you drive them to work? What's going on?" She's like, "No, they can drive." And I said, "Amish cannot drive." She said, "Modern Amish can." I said, "There's no such thing as modern Amish. Is that a thing? Modern Amish?" I said, They're probably Mennonite."
It's probably like, how the church has denominations? Maybe like the Amish have denominations now.
Oh, they got the what if they had like a self-driving car? Would that count?
Maybe. I don't
Things that
know.
make you go, "Hmm."
I mean,
Anyway,
it's all technology.
let's get back to the
Um,
shower. So,
and Jonathan Woodall just, I guess he's still like blocked, so he's on his Jonathan Woodall account.
Yeah, I told him I had to log on. I don't know if you have some words flagged or something on here that if people say, it blocks them. So we have kind of a running joke. Me and Chicken Little Tricks, we said John has went on here and either blocked you or you've used some wordy dirds and he has those blacklisted, so it drops your account.
I never thought about that, but we might. I can always check.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I told him
If
I'd
so,
check.
it's your own fault, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's on you. But anyway, back to the shower. My thing is not the skin cells and all that. My thing is I use the beard oil and you can't wash the oil off. Like you use soap and water, but your hands are still kind of oily. So what I do is before I wash my hands, I will take my wet towel that's still hanging up, and the last thing I do is I'll take my hands and like, rub it on each side and get all that oil off. So I don't want to use that towel again because I don't want to wipe the oil in my face and on my body and stuff. I only want that oil on my beard. I don't want to touch anything else because it's
Well,
oily.
that's completely different than the rest of us, though.
Well, I set you up for failure, John.
That
I've
that was
loaded
that's
that's
not
my
even
fault.
like that's not even normal use of a towel.
No, doesn't everybody do that?
Yeah, my wife definitely does that with her beard. Um, but, I mean, for me, I use beard oil, but I like to keep it I use it actually my hands, I have terrible psoriasis on my hands.
Okay.
So, for me, the oil actually moisturizes my hands, and so I just leave it on
Uh,
like I'm using a hand cream or something like that, which I don't use. So,
it smells good.
it does. Mine smells like chocolate coffee.
Yeah, mine, it smells like pine, but it doesn't smell great after you use whatever Bath and Body Works that my wife puts on my sink. Like we got the his
Yes.
and hers. And so if my hands smell like pine oil mixed with cotton candy, it's like kind of I don't know, make you nauseous. So I got to get all that oil off there.
Yeah. I get it. I get it 100%. And, Jeremiah, I do need to say something because I think it's important because, we have not been good to our people, recently. The comment is on here. Let me find it. It says, "I know poop talk is definitely not gonna get you banned. I just wanna let everybody know I've started dieting again. I'm trying to get my I gained too much weight in the last year. So I'm in the process of getting that back off, because I
Mhm,
was in a good spot about a year and a half ago. So I wanna get my weight back off, and so I've started, really being intentional about what I'm eating,
mhm.
and, as my body has cleansed itself, I feel like I've given birth 4 times,
Oh, good
using the
Lord.
bathroom in the mornings. Like, it has been unbelievable the stuff that's coming out of my system. So, it's not an on the trail poop talk today, but I will tell you, I'm glad I wasn't on the trail these last few days, and I'll just leave it at that.
Well, I'm right there with you, John. I'll add to we did a murder mystery party over the weekend. And, actually oh, perfect. Actually, Woodall Trails was over here. He dressed I have to send you the picture, dude. His outfit, his name was Otto von Schnaps, and he was a German, like, he had like a beer company or wine company or something. I can't remember. Anyway, he talked the whole time in a German accent, and he dressed up with like the brown hat with the what do they even call it? It's like shorts, but it's overalls. It's like a brown
Oh,
over.
lederhosen?
Is it lederhosen? Is
The
that what it's called?
lederhosen? Is that what he was wearing?
He ordered it on Amazon,
Please
I
tell me
think.
you've got pictures of Jonathan Woodall from
Oh,
Woodall Hikes
Woodall
in a
Trails,
lederhosen.
Woodall Trails. But yeah, I have
Woodall
him.
Trails. Sorry, Woodall Trails. Yes, and Jonathan Woodall, please tell me you have that picture.
I have
Please.
I have multiple pictures. And me, dude, my character, he was like a bad boy, and it was a wine murder mystery party. So his name was Ralph Rotting Grapes, and I wore
Ralph
like a
Rotting Grapes?
yes, they're ridiculous. All the name like Mr. Backpacking with Jason Sir was there as well. His name was Papa Vito, and he turned out to be my grandfather in the game. How crazy
Okay,
is that?
okay, can I just say something that I I I hope you have video of him trying to talk Italian,
Oh,
because
bro.
Jason trying to talk Italian has to be one of the most amazing things in the world.
Got one life, live it.
First of all, he was supposed to be Italian, literally come over to California in the storyline as an Italian guy, Papa Vito. he was dressed as a Mexican. He had on a straw hat. He had on a plaid, like if you could stereotype, what do they call it? Where they button just the top button. They got a t-shirt on underneath, and it's like
Uh-huh.
I can't
The
remember. There's like,
Vito?
well, I don't know. There's a slang term for it in the Mexican culture. But anyway, that's what he was dressed as. And he tried. He done a lot of this. If you're not watching, I'm doing the Italian like the "Mwah," with the backward hand kissing. A lot of that, the accent Jonathan's was way more impressive.
Ben McMillan just posted something.
What did he say?
He said it's not poop, but Tim Crow and myself went to Dolly Sod Saturday. I spent all night puking outside my tent in the snow.
Oh
Looked
no.
like I murdered a bunch of animals outside of my tent. Rough night.
Wow.
Oh man, that stinks.
He must have gotten into the adult beverages out
Oh
there.
gosh.
That's tough. Sorry, Ben. Hopefully it wasn't the stomach bug. Hopefully it's your choices because the stomach bug was terrible. Anyway,
Oh.
the reason I'm telling you this is because Bridget and I, you talked to her before the show, and she's telling you, about dieting and her exercise and stuff. She just got done with her run. And I've been kind of going along with her. What helped me lose the most weight was the stomach bug. I lost like 11 pounds in 4 days. And so I said, man, this stomach bug, so much
Man.
diarrhea. I got down, literally lost all that weight. And I said, Saturday, I'm going to cut loose. So we done charcuterie boards. The different couples had to bring charcuterie boards. And Bridget and I done a pizza one. So I got like a pizza from Domino's. I got Tostitos, or whatever brand that is, pizza rolls. I got bagel bites. I got mozzarella sticks. I got jalapeno poppers. So everybody brought different boards,
Uh-huh.
and I smashed them, dude. I smashed them. And then Bridget and I were supposed to make for our pizza charcuterie board. We were supposed to make a pizookie. Have you heard of these?
No, never heard of it.
It's a pizza cookie. So you make it like in a cast iron skillet, but it's like a giant chocolate chip cookie. And we didn't have time to make it before everybody got there because we were hosting this murder mystery party at our house. And we made it the next night. And I smashed that too. And she done like the caloric intake, and it was like 11,000 calories for this cookie. And I think I ate about a quarter of it. And
Wow.
dude,
You
over the
gained your 11 pounds back pretty quick, didn't you?
well, I did. I checked my weight, and I had gained like 6 pounds in 2 days from this pizza charcuterie board and this pizookie. And I have since then ceased. Today's Wednesday. We're recording this. Some of you
Right,
probably
right,
listen to it
right,
Friday,
right.
Saturday. And dude, I'm right there with you. I have given birth multiple times, multiple days in a row. My body went from like eating nothing to cram full of this absolute trash, garbage, Totino pizza rolls, bro. When's the
Oh
last
my
time you had
gosh.
pizza rolls? So, yeah, I'm right there with you, man. So hopefully that satiates your all's desire for poop talk this week because it's been an experience. We're
Um,
exercising demons over here.
I guess that works, man.
Trauma.
Trauma is what I'm feeling right
Yeah,
now just from hearing that, just to be honest with you.
what a show. What a what?
What a show. What a
What a
show. Folks, thank you so much for being a part of our murder mystery day and dealing with all of the controversies in the backcountry that we've dealt with. We thank you guys for tuning in to the Backpacking Podcast, and we will catch you on the next one.